coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We out here, man, pushing P, positive energy 24/7, 365. Big love to everybody who support this movement, everybody who support me, everybody who support me in my continued recovery. I appreciate it. I appreciate the well wishes. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the love. Everybody who hit the GoFundMe, man, blessings to you and your family. I appreciate you. Big love to everybody who, man, support, who still support the membership video. It's an exclusive club. Don't ask what's going on if you ain't get it. If you ain't got it, shame on you. The blame is on you. We cannot stop. We will not stop. Let's go. TBP Nation, all my real ones. Love you, man. Love you, love you, love you. You heard me? Oh, today, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it today. What really happens after a prison riot? A lot of people talk about prison riots, but they don't talk about the after effect of a prison riot. Today we gonna talk about it, man. Listen, I've been in a couple of prison riots, man. In major prison riots where they, tore the compound to pieces. You dig? So the thing about that is the administration after a prison riot, man, when the prison riot is going on, ironically, they scared to death. You hear me? They is terrified, which is kind of like understandable, man, because it be crazy. It be like real live chaos. Like, only thing that I can liken a prison riot to is like when you see the movie. Have you ever seen the movie The Gangs of New York? That's just, it's just so much chaos. Everybody running around with weapons. It ain't no supervision because they done got out the way. They done skedaddled. You know what I'm saying? And it's mano and mano, man. And man, you got beef with somebody, man. You see them, it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down. So it's just crazy, man. This is some of the craziest situations I ever been in my life, easily. Because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who really like you, who don't like you, if they gonna get close to you, and you know what I'm saying, on some fake, stuff like, oh man, hey man, what's up? And it was going down like that. So it's crazy, it's super paranoia. But when the riot is over, when they have taken control, brother, the drag you has begun. They start dragging you, man, because it's like they trying to punish you for the riot. They trying to punish you for the destruction. They trying to punish you because you had the upper hand on them, and they trying to take that back. Psychologically, they trying to let you know, yeah, you was in control for a second. For a second, we in control permanent. You know what I'm saying? So, it's humiliating, man. When the last ride I was in, man, we was on the yard. Like I told y'all, if you go back and watch previous videos, man, they stripped us buck naked on the yard to bring us back to the building. So it's a dehumanizing thing is what they're trying to do to you. Psychologically, they trying to break you. They strip us all buck naked. I mean, they was literally ripping the clothes off of you. Once they got you in the handcuffs and the shackles, they'll rip clothes off of you. They rip them off of you. You understand? First, they'll put their cuffs on you. Then they'll pull your pants down. Where they tell you to take your pants off before you came out of the gate. Then you don't have on them but boxes. So when you get the cuffs on, then they'll rip your boxes off, rip your shirt off. You understand me? And they put an officer on this arm and an officer on this arm, and they walk you in the building or to your building, depending on how you might have been in this building, first building, second building, or the third building. Then walk you to your building with an officer on each arm, buck naked. You know what I'm saying? They got the whole compound is full with officers and administration heads, the wardens. All of them is out there. If you got on any jewelry, they ripping your jewelry off. You know what I'm saying? It was just insane. They was out to punish everybody for what happens. You know what I'm saying? You got jewelry on, man. If I had this necklace on, they'd rip this necklace off. I never saw it again. Paperwork after a riot is futile. They ain't answering no grievances. They ain't answering no complaints. You're not going to be able to use the phone. You're not going to be able to receive mail. You're not going to be able to go to a visit. You ain't got nothing coming. You are literally in a refugee camp from that point on until they say different. You understand? So it just was insanity, man. I mean, if when you get back to your cell, depending upon how your cell was set up and how you was living, what you had, you know what I'm saying, in your box, in your cubby hole, what you had, that's it. That's all you got. You ain't going to the store. You ain't doing none of that. So you're going to be relying upon the food that they bring to you, which is, we already done discussed and we know that's pure unadulterated garbage. You're going to be relying on that to survive. If you run out of food, that's it. You ain't going to eat nothing until what they bring you, because there is no store. There is no commissary. Ain't none of that coming. So they literally torturing you, man. And then they bringing you 3 meals a day, which is going to consist of the same thing for all 3 meals. A sandwich, probably a bologna sandwich, an orange, a small bag of carrots, a plastic container of water, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You're going to get that 3 times a day. You're going to get that 3 times a day. And your breakfast may come to you about noon, 1 o'clock. Your lunch may come 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Your dinner may come 11:30, 12 at night. That's if they get it to you. And it's all in a bag, and they just come into your set. If you got a 2-man cell, they send 2 bags on your slot. And that's all you getting. That's it. That's all you getting, bro. You can't reach out to nobody. You can't call your family. You can't complain. You can't say this is inhumane. Man, y'all playing. You can't do none of that because you have no access to anything. You behind a door. You locked in. They in total control. They can talk to you how they want to talk to you, treat you how they want to treat you. You can't reach out to nobody. You on your own. Now, so these situations happen like this, man, which is crazy because now you got to imagine now you stuck in these conditions and you feeling these certain type of ways. You got this rage in you. You got this, you know what I'm saying, anger in you about what's going on and how you being treated. You may not have even participated in the ride, but you just a victim of being in this proximity, being on this compound. But you gonna get treated the same way. You gonna get treated as if you was out there stabbing and busting heads open and fighting and everything. You gonna get treated the same way. Just because you locked up. Just because you locked up. So imagine being locked up and you programming and you trying to get out, or you an older person, or you somebody who ain't had a problem and you got 6 months to get. You could have a week, 2 weeks, a month to get out. You gonna get treated the same way. Everything stops. Everything comes to a halt. The police got to feed you. They run out of staff. Staff started quitting because they scared. They ain't never seen nothing like this. They knew they took a job in prison, but they didn't never think in their wildest dreams that it'd come to a point where these dudes will, you know what I'm saying, push back. Where these dudes will rebel, where these dudes will overtake they never thought they'd see that. They thinking they getting a job and, oh man, we in control, we ain't doing nothing. No, it happens, it goes down. And when it happens, it ain't no warning, it just pops off. So you had a lot of staff will be quitting. So now you got counselors and secretaries and stuff who usually work up front in administration. They're feeding you. Because they ain't got enough staff. They ain't letting nobody out to clean up. They not letting nobody out to go cook in the kitchen. This is why we eating bag lunches and bag breakfasts and bag dinners, because they not letting inmates out to cook who really runs the kitchen, who really runs the institution. They do all the work. Your plumbing get messed up. They ain't got the maintenance man that work no more. So now you stuck in the cell, man, with Your toilet don't work and you got 2 men in there. Both of y'all got to urinate. Both of y'all got to defecate. Both of y'all got to smell that. Both of y'all got to deal with that. Ain't nobody coming to fix it until they get somebody to come and fix it, which may be today, or maybe next week, or maybe next month. Yeah, I said that. Next month. Defecation and urination for a month in your cell with another man. You understand me? Yeah, this is when it get real. When you know you in the penitentiary, when you know you done effed up, because you know your life to them is zero. It means nothing. Your people wondering what's going on. Your people calling up there, hey, I ain't heard from my, they ain't gonna get no response except for we is under emergency lockdown and there will be no further contact until further notice. That's all they gonna tell you people. That's it. That's it. You have no way to get out to them, to let them know you safe, to let them know you okay, to let them know you have nothing. They're not bringing you mail. Even if your people writing you, they're not even bringing you the mail. So you don't even know what they thinking. You write a letter and try to send it out, they say they're not taking mail. So you can't even do anything. You understand? So all of this going on is creating frustration and irritation in dudes. So you got to think dudes in the cell with another dude. Now, it's just a matter of time. They going to start bumping heads. You going to feel like he in your way. He going to feel like you in his way. Because y'all in this 8x10 cell and both of y'all under supreme pressure. And it ain't nothing you can do. It ain't nobody you can take it out on. It ain't no outlet. So you start taking it out on each other. It's crazy, man. It's a mad house up in there after a riot. The after effects of a riot is almost greater than the violence in a riot. Because the way they're going to treat us is their get back. That's what they feel like it is, their get back. We supposed to take a shower under any conditions. Even when you're in segregation, you're supposed to be afforded a shower within every 72 hours. That's just for your personal hygiene. Man, when you first go on lock after riot, you may not get your first shower for a week or two. You may not get your first shower for a week or two. Because they're gonna be understaffed and they're gonna use that excuse as institutional understaffed. Under emergency conditions, they can do this. So then when you do start getting your shower, the way they coming still is with intimidation and force. They gonna come take you to a shower with 2 officers. You gonna have them shackled up and cuff up before you even come out your cell. And then they're gonna have a dog man in there that's gonna be walking behind you with somebody on each arm and walking you to the shower, putting you in the shower, removing the handcuffs, removing the shackles, and giving you 7 to 8 minutes to shower. And they coming back and get you and walking you back to your cell the same way they walk you over there. And they're gonna do that one person at a time with an 84 capacity in the block. 84 people. Shower's gonna start in the morning. Ain't gonna take all day long. And you get in there for 7 to 8 minutes. They gonna cut the water off. So it ain't like I'm gonna get clean. Nah, they gonna cut the water off, champ, which is already gonna be ice cold. Yeah, this is how they treat human beings in the prison. And I know it might be some skeptics out there saying, man, when y'all was rioting, y'all, okay, yeah, okay, that's what it is. A riot at its best is the expression of voices not heard. Conditions that we're being put in that we're not satisfied with. Don't nobody just riot to be riot. They rioting for a cause. They rioting because they already have been abused, mistreated, and continuously this happens. So they just rise up where they can't take it no more. That's what a riot is. The protest against the treatment we being served. So what do? They double down and treat you even worse. They try to break you. That is what they trying to do. So then you'll have some dudes, they'll start pushing back. They'll start attacking the officers. They'll start flooding. They'll start setting fires. Now, all of that is going to be at your expense whether you with it or not. Because if they flood in the block and you in the block and you already know they understaffed, you already know they ain't coming to clean it up. They ain't gonna let no convict or inmate come out and clean up it. So your whole cell gonna be flooded and wet, and you gonna be in there walking through water in your cell. So if you got any paperwork, any pictures, any personal possessions, you gonna have to get all of that up off the floor. Now you got people who toilets is backed up or broke and they can't fix it, so they're in there pooping and pooping and pooping. They get mad, they'll start scooping it out and throwing it out in the block. Throwing it through their tray slide out in the block. So now you got the whole block smelling like dookie, and you got to eat up in here with feces and urine smell, pungent all up in your nose. This is how you got to eat. Ain't nobody coming to get it up. The officer's gonna buck. I ain't cleaning that up. You done had officers that the supervisor and told them you got to go get that up. We ain't got no inmates. We ain't got no workers. You got to get that up. You working this shift. You working this floor. You got to go get this up. And they quit on the spot. I'm not getting up no feces. I'm not getting up no. I'm not doing it. Well, I'm gone. I quit, and they quit. So now it's gonna lay out there. It's gonna marinate until they get an officer to come that's willing to do it. Is willing to do it. And they're going to justify doing all this to you by saying that they in extreme a state of emergency. They're in extreme state of emergency. So this is how we living after a riot. I have lived in these conditions like this after a riot, this particular riot, for almost a year. For almost a year. You understand? So you got dudes that's in there that's fighting, sellers that got the rumbling. They got to come get the seller. They coming late. If you can't fight, if you can't hold your own, you might get beat to death, depending upon if your seller gonna have mercy on you or not. You got dudes in there that's trying to check in there because they thinking they can go to jail and they'll be better off in the jail than they are out here on population because of the riot conditions. The after effect of the riot conditions. So they trying to check in and the people ain't even letting you check in. They're not even letting you go check in because they saying it's all the same there. The jail is just like population. You ain't going nowhere. We ain't moving nobody right now. So if you got beef with your seller in there, then you on your own. You on your own, champ. If it goes down, it really goes down, you gonna be on your own till it go down, and then they come pick up the pieces. I done been in riots where the celly done stabbed his celly and he laid up in there and he got his whole arm hanging out the slot, hollering, blood dripping down his arm on the floor for over 45 minutes to an hour, trying to get the police to come help him to get him to medical. And every now and then the celly will come up to the door and you'll see his arm shake like that because the celly pop. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah, this is real right here. This is what goes down in a real penitentiary. A real penitentiary with a real riot. Where real life and death is happening every day. Yeah. So I done seen all of this. I done been through all of this. You understand me? That's why was one of the things I say, when you always keep a lot of food, you got to keep a lot of surplus of food. You got to keep a surplus of cosmetics. You got to keep a surplus of anything that you need, anything that you have a habit of. Because if situations like this occur, ain't no help coming and ain't nothing else coming. So then you start eating and you don't know when you coming off or how long you going to be on. So now you got to start rationing out what you got left. Oh, I can't eat this many. I got to eat a half a bag of chips. I got to eat a couple of cookies. I got to eat one soup a day. You got to ration it out because you can't even see the end of it. You can't even see or know when it's going to be over. So you have no other choice but to start thinking, or unless you're going to be on that bologna and apple or orange every day, 3 times a day. Bread hard as Methuselah. You understand? Bread hard like Medusa done looked at it and froze it. Bread crumble, break all the pieces. The bologna is got green on it sometimes. It's stinking. You get about 4 little baby carrots. You get a little plastic bottle or plastic bottle of water about this big 3 times a day. You can complain, you can holler, you can scream, you can say you're going to sue, you can say I'm going to write this up, and they don't give a rat's butt. They walk through like they don't even know you there. The only time it's consistent when they coming in there is when they got to count. And when they got to count now, you got dudes that want to assault them. Dudes want to throw feces on them, want to throw pee on them because they mad because of the conditions they in. So then they get pooped down or pissed down, and then they want to drop their clipboard and just roll out, and then they want to quit on the spot. Now you gotta wait for them to get somebody else to come, and then they want to come work, or after they get a couple of goons to come in there and beat you up and drag you out through all the feces is on the floor, all the piss that's on the floor, drag you out face first. Yeah. Take you out in the hallway somewhere, whoop you again, go find a jail cell for you and throw you up in the jail cell and let you heal up in there. And you can't call nobody. And you can't get no help. But dudes will take these drastic measures just because they figure if I go to the hole and I do something like that, then maybe they'll get me up off here. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Because when you got a major riot, they might say ain't going to be no movement, ain't going to be no transfers, ain't going to be nothing happening until we decide what we going to do. And they going to take their time. Doing whatever it is they going to do. They going to take their time. Or we need more staff, so we got to keep it on lockdown until we can get more staff. We lost 40% of our staff after the riot, so we can't even let them out. Even if we think everything is cool, we can't let them out yet. So you still gonna suffer. You still gonna go through it. You still got to deal with it. You understand? Yeah, man. It was just vicious after a riot, man, because they feel like that they got a point to make, a point to prove. And they feel like that they dealing with immunity. They can do anything they want to do to you now because they can justify it. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes writing complaints, trying to write complaints. They ain't accepting. They ain't taking. Man, you ripped my necklace off. Man, you got jewelry on. They take your jewelry off. But people was losing their wedding rings. If you ain't had your stuff stashed in your room somewhere and you had it on your person when this riot happened and you was outside your cell, or especially particularly on that yard, everything you had was gone and you won't gonna get it back. And they won't gonna replace it, they won't gonna reimburse it. You got dudes that lost stuff that they had all their life that was sentimental to them. These dudes want blood for that, man. These dudes want to get at you. These dudes can't accept that loss. We already locked up. We ain't got nothing. And you taking something from me that means everything to me, only thing I got left attached to the street, and you gonna take that and just toss it to the side? Man, dudes want blood for that. You understand me? So you got dudes that's kirking out and they say they snapping, and then they sell it, man, because they sell it can't really feel their pain. The seller can only feel his pain or what he going through, and you in the cell causing more confusion. And this is it just gets out of hand, man. It just gets out of hand. It gets outrageous, bro. Friends turning to enemies just because of the pressure. And they in the cell together, they ain't got nobody else to let it out on. And then you got dudes, they gonna start trying to borrow stuff, send me this, send me that, because everybody trying to plot ahead and think ahead like, oh, well, when we come out, I'm gonna be rich. I can loan out because I got a whole lot of stuff. I can loan this out, double that up, triple that up, and boom. Man, them dudes taking that stuff and they ain't even got no intentions on paying you back because they desperado. They starving. They starving. And dudes is running up tabs thinking they gonna get rich. shooting lines down and tying food and coffee and stuff on it and dragging the line in through the urine and the defecation. So how desperate dudes is to get what they want because they feeding, dog. They feeding. Man, I can't send the line down there, man. There's too much water on the floor, man. There's piss on the floor. Man, put it in the bag anyway, man. I'm going to get it. That's how you got to live. That's how you got to live, man. You ain't got no other choice. What other choice you got? There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. You can protest. You can book. You can lash out. You only gonna get attacked and abused and put in another location with the same thing. You going from the cell to the jail cell, and they doing them back there like that too. You stuck. You literally stuck out there, right? They have total control and they taking total advantage of it. Total advantage. You have to be mentally locked in, mentally tough to say, man, God, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through it. That's the only thing that you got is your fortitude and your endurance to say, I'm gonna last through this. Cause you're gonna start losing faith. You're gonna start losing, patience with what's going on, man. The officer could be walking by your cell. You tell, hey, CO, CO. He just act like he don't even hear you. Dude start lashing out, start spitting on him. You know what I'm saying? Start throwing things out the door. Now they don't even want to come on the pod at all. They don't even want to come work. They don't even want to come on there. So now we just in here with pure chaos, pure funk and filth and misery. And nobody cares. And nobody on the street knows what's going on. Nobody. Madhouse. Madhouse. 24/7. 24/7, 365. I done been on joints like that. They get so mad because of what dudes when they cut the power off. Man, you ain't even got the TV. You ain't got your TV. You ain't got a radio. You got nothing but noise and chaos, filth and stench. And then you start evaluating your life. Like, what's my life worth? What is it worth? Is this it? Is this it? At that moment it is. This is it. This is it. You have to determine if you're going to get through this. Can you get through this? And is it going to be better or a little better when you can get to the other side? But right then, in that moment, man, you have to buckle down because these people is trying their hardest to break your spirit, man. They trying to break your soul. They trying to send a message that if y'all tear up this prison, if y'all do anything to these officers, we will annihilate you. And ain't nobody gonna come save you. Period. You on your own. You on your own. You couldn't even get a request for them. You couldn't even get a grievance for them. Nurses, medicine. Dudes got life-sustaining medicine, man. Dudes on blood pressure pills. You got cancer patients in there. You got people that's on whatever. You got hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P up in there. They can't get their medicine till the people bring it to them. Can't get it till they bring it to them. Nurses scared to come on the floor. Sometimes they get in the nurses and let them stand at the front door and they give it to the officer and let him take it to the cell. You might get the wrong medication. You might get the wrong medication, man. And you need this. That's why you on the medication. Man, what you talking about? And you got people out here in this free world and y'all trying to go up and live in this life? Y'all trying to go live this life? Shh. Lying to me. It happens, brother. It goes down. I promise you it do. It goes down, man, on a regular. It goes down, bro. This is real talk. This ain't no fantasy. This ain't no TV. This is what's going to happen. And it's not even talking about what was going on in the riot. This is the after effect of the riot. Because you still had dudes laying on the yard. You still had dudes getting helicoptered to the hospital. You had dudes laying over there bleeding. And ain't nobody come to get them until they got everything else in control. So you laid up in the grass in the penitentiary on the ground bleeding. And ain't nobody even trying to give you a helping hand, Joe. You got to survive that until they can get to you. However long it takes. So, this is some of the after effects of a riot. Just some. Just some. Y'all want to know more, let me know, man, because it's depressing me now even talking about it, you heard me? I swear. So, talk to me in the comments, man. I talk back. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Let's put it out there, man. They want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. You understand me? Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Stay safe. Stay free. Stay free. I'm telling you. I do not doubt 1%, not even 0.5% that it gets hard out here. People got some hard lives out here. They got some tough times out here. But I promise you, I believe within my heart and my soul, there's no worse a place to be on this earth alive than in captivity. I just don't believe that. I just don't. So, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Big love, TBP Nation. Stand up, man. We out here. If you ain't got the membership and you want some more of this type of stuff, uncut, raw, then you need to get the membership. If not, don't make no complaints. Because I just told you, ain't nobody gonna listen to them. You hear me? We gone, man. Y'all be safe. Duck them hooks, man. Get your check up. We gone. Salute.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.